enjoying their Sunday afternoon. I wanted to start by recording a couple of pre-cal videos. So the first one is just problem 3 on the homework multiple choice. I had promised I was going to record this video, and I apologize for the delay, but I do want to get it done now. So it says we have to find the equation of the line tangent. So tangent line, our point is 1, -1, and our function is f of x equals x 1 minus 2x cubed. Alright, so what we've got going on here, so we want to do slope of the tangent line, so we want limit as x approaches c of f of x minus f of c all over x minus c. Plugging in limit as x approaches 1 of f of x minus f of c, -1, all over x minus 1. So now we've got limit as x goes to 1 of x. This has to be done with the box. We'll take care of that in a second. Minus -1 is +1, all over x minus 1. Focus on this with the box. We have 1 minus 2x times 1 minus 2x. You get 1 minus 2x minus 2x plus 4x squared. This is equal to 1 minus 4x plus 4x squared. Now we have to do this times 1 minus 2x again. One times 1 is 1, 1 times -4x is -4x, 1 times this is 4x squared. -2x times 1 is -2x, -2x times 4x is 8x squared, and -2x times -4x is -8x cubed. So what do we get? We get -8x cubed plus 12x squared minus 6x plus 1. Okay. So now that was just this part. Now you got to multiply that whole thing. Notice this x here. So we'll get -8x to the 4th plus 12x cubed minus 6x plus x. So let's see what we've got. We've got limit. Rewriting here, limit. I'll move this paper up in 1 second. X goes to 1 of all this stuff on the top, which is this plus 1. So -8x to the 4th plus 12x cubed minus 6x. 6x squared, by the way. Plus x plus 1. All divided by x minus 1. This is some synthetic division, or basically dividing polynomials, which you did with Mr. Kurth. I believe you all used a box, and I think you all did something like this. So the first thing I need is -8x to the 4th. So this needs to be -8x cubed. So there's my 8x to the 4th. Excuse me, I think I'm doing this box backwards. I've actually never done this box before. I learned a different way, but I think I can get this done the way you all did it. So here's x minus 1. So if I need this to be -8x to the 4th. So how do I get that? Well, this needs to be -8x cubed. So if this is -8x cubed times -1 becomes +8x cubed, which means this needs to be 4x cubed. Why? Because 8x cubed plus 4x cubed is 12x cubed. So if this is 4x cubed, what does this have to be? This has to be plus 4x squared. 4x squared, so this is -4x squared. So this needs to be -2x squared. Why? Because -2x squared plus -4x squared is -6x squared. To make this -2x squared, what has to go up here? Minus 2x. So -2x times this is this. -2x times that is plus 2x. What has to go here? You need to have -x. -x plus 2x will be +x. So what do you have to put here? Minus 1. -1 times -1 is 1, which is exactly what we wanted. So what do we find? Okay, you don't need to put this here, by the way. This right here is what is left over. So negative 8x cubed plus 4x squared minus 2x minus 1. What you really have is limit as x goes to 1 of negative 8x cubed plus 4x squared minus 2x minus 1, and now you can plug in 1. So you have negative 8 times 1 cubed plus 4 times 1 squared minus 2 times 1 minus 1. So this gives me negative 8 plus 4 minus 2 minus 1. Negative 8 plus 4 is negative 4. Negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6. Minus 1 is negative 7. So the slope, remember we're trying to write the equation of a tangent line. Y tan equals x minus, remember our point was 1, 1, negative 1. Y tan should be negative 7x plus 7 minus 1. So it should be y tan equals, I hope this is an answer, 6 minus 7x. Negative 7x plus 6. Answer A is the correct answer. And all we did here is we used our formula. Answer A is correct. All we did here is, remember, the formula for tangent line is m times x minus x1 plus y1. This we got from here, and then we just simplified it to this. Hope that video was helpful. Now I'll report another pre-cal problem. So this was number 3. And I believe, let me just check my phone real quick because I did get a text message request. I believe the next problem was number 7. Okay, let me come down here. So right here we are, number 7. So it says that the limit as x goes to negative infinity of ax squared minus c over x squared minus b is negative 5. Let's start there. Okay, so plug in infinity for both of these. So you'll have a times negative infinity squared minus c over negative infinity squared minus b, which is just infinity over infinity, which means you have to divide by the biggest exponent. So you have limit as x goes to negative infinity of ax squared over x squared, biggest exponent, minus c over x squared. Again, you're dividing everything by the biggest exponent, and we do this when we have infinity over infinity. This cancels out, so you get limit as x goes to negative infinity of a minus c over x squared over 1 minus b over x squared. Plug in infinity on both, and you're left with a minus 0 over 1 minus 0, which is a. And we know this has to equal negative 5 because they already told us that. So that means a must be negative 5. And we just found the horizontal asymptote at negative 5. Now what about the other part? They also want us to find b. So let's see how we can do that. In b, it says that limit as x goes to 2 from the left is negative infinity, and limit as x goes to 2 from the right is positive infinity. So that means that the graph must look like this. Here's positive 2. As we approach from the left, we go to negative infinity. As we approach from the right, we go to positive infinity. That means x equals 2 is a vertical asymptote. So now what do we do? Well, if x equals 2 is a vertical asymptote, that means when I plug in 2 for x, I must get 0. So 2 squared minus b has to be 0. Because remember, the only time you have a vertical asymptote is when the bottom equals 0. So solving 4 minus b equals 0, move b over. So 4 equals b. On the previous page, we said a is negative 5. So a plus b, negative 5 plus 4, is negative 1. Hope that video was helpful, and I will see you all tomorrow.